We'll begin with the fallout from the Justice Department's criminal investigation into Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. In a rare break with the president, key Republicans are defending Powell, vowing to resist the president's pressure campaign against the Fed. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House with the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you, and it's rare to see this many Senate Republicans speak out against the Trump administration, and it's not just lawmakers over on Capitol Hill. This morning, sources tell me that Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is not happy about this investigation into Jerome Powell, warning that it could be a distraction, and conveyed that directly to the president. This morning, a growing number of Republicans lining up to defend Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell as he faces an unprecedented criminal investigation from the Trump administration.
I know Chairman Powell very well. I will be stunned. I will be shocked if he has done anything wrong.
I don't think Jay Powell's a criminal. I think he's a bad Fed chair.
Senator Tom Tillis labeling it amateur hour, saying the investigation calls into question the credibility. Tillis, a key Republican who also sits on the Senate Banking Committee, threatening to block any of the president's future Fed nominees until the investigation into Powell is resolved.
My message to whoever who went after what I consider to be a vindictive prosecution to grow up and give the president better advice.
And this morning, sources tell ABC News Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was unhappy with the decision to investigate Powell, calling it a distraction. Sources say Bessent conveyed those concerns directly to the president. Overnight, U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro defending the investigation, claiming that her office contacted the Federal Reserve multiple times but when ignored, writing none of this would have happened if they had just responded to our outreach. Powell insists that the investigation is politically motivated.
The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
The investigation hinges on Powell's testimony on Capitol Hill about the rising cost of renovations to the Fed's headquarters, now $2.5 billion. The plans were first approved in 2017 during President Trump's first term and before he appointed Powell. For months, the president has repeatedly attacked Powell and sought to pressure him to lower interest rates. But the White House insists the president did not direct DOJ to act, even though President Trump said this just 2 weeks ago.
We're thinking about bringing a suit against Powell for incompetence. Because think of it, these are not outstanding.